Hi everyone. So it's another Sunday. It's June May 31st. And I am so grateful for another day. Thank God for his faithfulness. And I want to thank everyone that came on the IG live with us yesterday for the third session of God Conversations. And we had Oyinkansola Jai on as our guest, and we talked about our topic was when God speaks. And one of the things that we were talking about was how when someone had asked a question about how do you know that you're waiting on instructions, or how long do you wait for instructions, and blah blah blah. And as we finished that, I had to run out, yes, but later on at night, I just couldn't go to sleep because there was a sentence that we had spoken about that kept coming to me, to my mind, and I kept pondering on it. And I thought I would share what I gleaned from it. And that sentence is, when God gives a vision, he also gives provision. When God gives a vision, he always he always provides, right? He gives provision. And I think for me, and I don't know about you, for a long time, I thought that provision meant money, provision meant finances. That's what I thought. I carried that for a long time, and that's what stopped me pretty much from pursuing a lot of the things that I felt God was telling me to do. But once I thought about, oh, it's going to cost me such and such and such, I never thought to, because it's money. I don't want to be asking people for money. And I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. It's money. It's going to cost me this. There's too much I need to do for the family. So maybe down the line, I don't need to do it now. So I always thought that that sentence, when God gives a vision, he will bring provision. Provision doesn't mean only money. Provision can be labor. Provision can be just be resources. Provision can be people that are going to help you carry out that vision. And one of the mistakes that we make, or that I made, was thinking that just because God gave me the vision, I had to be the one to carry it out. You may be the custodian of the vision, but the people that interpret it, the people that bring it to life, may be completely different from you. And so sometimes you're not the one to bring the vision to life. Just speak what God has given you, and the people, provision that he has provided to run with you, to run that vision with you, they will be the ones to bring it to life. And I will tell you, for myself, for example, when I decided to really step out with my worship gift, my worship ministry, the few times that I have ever done anything, I'm telling you, I just told, even to the point of the team that God gave me. I remember I used to be in a time where, oh my God, I don't have anybody. Who am I going to, no, I can't do this by myself. Who am I going to ask to help me? Until one day I'm in church, and we just finished worshiping, and the person who took over and did some kind of exhortation just before service started, I would never forget, Ogunyanki, Damilola Ogunyanki, and he said, we need to pray for God connections, because there's so many things that God has put in you that you need to step away from thinking you're the one that's going to bring those things to fruition. We need to start praying for God connections. And that's what I began to do. For many months, I began to just pray, Father, the people that I need for every vision, this vision that you're giving to me, this idea you're giving to me, I am praying for the people that you're going to bring into my circle, that's going to help me carry out all these things. I was asking God to connect me with people, and he did. The few events that I have organized, they organized it. I just told them what I saw. I told them what God showed me, and they ran with it, and they delivered every time, and they deliver every time. Even to this new one, God series, the God Conversation series, I just told them this is what I heard, and we brainstorm, and boom, God Conversation started. This is the third one that we had yesterday. So God will give you the vision, and the provision may not just be money. In fact, it is not just money. It is in who people bring into your life to bring it to pass. Yesterday, obviously my husband is my number one, he's my number one cheerleader. And yesterday we were in bed until 2 a.m. We didn't sleep until after 2, because we were brainstorming who to bring on next, What do you think about this one? What would I ask this one? What would the topic be with this one? That is part of the provision. That is part of God providing you resources towards the vision that He has given you. And I want to end with this again. Like I said, you may be the custodian of the vision, but the people that are going to, you may not necessarily be the one that is carrying it out. It is very rare for you to see a CEO doing the day-to-day running of the business, unless it is a small business, it is, a one-man business, right? They always have this idea, I want to do such and such and such and such, and then they hire people to do it. So they are custodians of the idea, but they're not the ones carrying it out, right? If you want to look at it that way. I went on a work training to Wisconsin, and if you're familiar with software, there's a software called Epic, and this business was started by a woman, and that woman, I cannot look. Her idea may have been, let us create a software that the whole world will use. Maybe that was it. I'm just guessing. But when I got to that campus, it was like I was in Disneyland. As a matter of fact, I told my boss, I said, I am not. There's no point for me going to Disney. I got the Disneyland experience just going to that campus. It was amazing. All of that started with an idea. All of that started with a vision. But guess what? She's not the one that's doing all the training and that place. I don't know how many acres of land that I saw, but just the beauty of how her vision was brought to life. It took architects, it took engineers, it took it took so many, and that's part of it. If she had said, I'm going to do everything by myself, I doubt that we would have a pig today. But she brought people in. People that you bring in, they are part of the provision. So I want us to, come away from that thinking, that mindset, so to speak. Have a mindset shift. God has given me provision. God has given me a vision, and part of the provision, money is just a part of it. Sometimes it's not even money. Sometimes it's just talking to someone, and they, from the conversation that you have with them, you have a better understanding of what your vision is. I'm not saying that they now be the ones that run the vision for you. I'm saying that you get what's the word I'm looking for? You get more clarity. You get more clarity from just talking to people, right? And be careful with that, with how you share your vision. Whoever you need to share your vision with, you even need to pray that God brings that person to you, because you don't want to say to the wrong person, and now you're dealing with, oh, did God say? Did God really say? But that's what I wanted to share. When God gives a vision, He provides, but the provision doesn't necessarily mean money. It doesn't necessarily mean finances. It may be labor. It may be just in partners. It may be, who's going to help me run it and stuff like that. So thank you for listening. If you see this later on, please share. Again, next week we're going to have our guest is Biodun Dafrede. She's an author, and we're going to be talking about her book titled Lead Me Past This Light. So I hope that I see you. You can join on Saturday and have fun, have a beautiful time in God's presence. If you're already in church, I hope you had a blast in church. If you're just about to go, I hope that you come out of the presence of God with something tangible for the week. And thank you so much for listening. Bye.